An aid group in Ghana is using popularity of the basketball and the Basketball Africa League to keep the kids in at-risk community to stay in school. A program known as Dunk Grassroots offers basketball practice for students who rack up reading credits at the library.
Emilia Boni, the fourth of 7 siblings, lives in the slum community of Jamestown in Accra. She's dreamed of becoming a customs officer and believes her basketball skills can help her get there. She joined a program called Dunk, Developing Unity, Nurturing Knowledge, Grassroots. The sports and education program requires students to keep good grades to continue to play sports. Emilia has done so well academically that she has won a scholarship to continue her studies.
If you are not doing well, then you have to stop and study till you get back to where you were. Then you start playing the sports again.
Dunk Grassroots, the youth-led community-based project, targets at-risk women and children ages 8 to 19 living in low-income communities. It uses basketball as a tool to encourage youth to stay in or come back to school.
Once they are committed to the sports, they have cool jerseys, they have a team, they go with a bus to go and play a match. They don't want to lose that, right? So you introduce the education by saying, and it's very basic, but it works, saying you have to complete 2 hours of library before you play basketball. At 4 p.m., everybody's here trying to complete 2 hours of study before they play basketball.
A teacher at Accra Wesley Girls High School says they have seen an increase in the number of girls participating in the program. The school has admitted 20 Dunk students in a 4-year period and gone to win regional and national high school basketball competitions during that time. Sports teacher Vida Yabani says the program also prepares students to find a job after basketball.
After your retirement in the game or your injury during your time of play and you can't play again, where do you go? But if you have your education background, you'll be able to have something on your own.
With the introduction of the Basketball Africa League, BAL, in 2019, basketball has seen a surge in popularity at the national level. In December, the Ghana Basketball Association, or GBBA, drafted its first male and female national teams to compete in the qualifying rounds of the Continental Tournament. VOA is a BAL broadcast partner.
We've been linking up with you. We get a calendar and we are trying to work around it for our teams to participate in BAL.
Dunk Grassroots officials say they will develop their model to also identify talents that has the potential to compete at the international level. Dunk co-founder Tahir and his team hope that with the opportunity to play at a professional level, students will be even more interested in the basketball and the education program. Sena Nutor for VOA News, Jamestown, Ghana.
Top Chinese officials have lashed out at the United States this week with unusual direct, hostile rhetoric coming from Beijing's new foreign minister. Qin Gang warned of the conflict and confrontation if the U.S. continues to try to contain China. The United States is not seeking to contain China and sees no change in relationship.
At a plenary session of the National People's Congress, Chinese President Xi Jinping slammed the United States for leading what he termed containment, encirclement, and suppression of China, while calling on the private sector in his country to boost innovation and economic development. China's new foreign minister, Qin Gang, was even more direct on Tuesday at a news conference.
If the United States does not hit the brakes but continues to speed down the wrong path, no amount of guardrails can prevent derailing or a crash, and there will surely be conflict and confrontation.
The Biden administration has often said it is seeking guardrails to prevent competition with China from veering into conflict. State Department spokesperson Ned Price had this reaction.
This is not about containing any country around the world. This is not about containing China. This is not about suppressing China. This is not about holding China back. This is about upholding the rules-based order. The rules-based order that countries like China have signed on to.
One expert told VOA that the harsh language from Beijing this week is unusual.
The rhetoric coming both from the foreign minister and from Xi Jinping, China's leader, has been quite striking, mostly because Chinese leaders, when speaking about the United States, tend not to speak so directly. They may harbor these opinions privately, but when they speak, they tend to be more circumspect.
Another expert told VOA it will not be easy for Beijing and Washington to find common ground because they perceive each other as a threat.
China says we're willing to have good relations with you as long as you don't try to contain China. And the United States says we're willing to have good relations with you as long as you don't pose a threat to our national security. But the United States perceives a threat of national security from China, and China perceives that the United States is content on containing it.
At a House of Representatives hearing Thursday, Republican Representative August Pfluger said the U.S. finds itself in conflict right now, not with the people of China, but with China's Communist Party.
Despite years of attempts by the United States to develop a productive, fair, and honest relationship with the People's Republic of China, America has been met with dishonesty and aggression. The PRC government run by the Chinese Communist Party has deceived and manipulated us at every turn, committing espionage in our homeland and working to overturn the global rules-based order.
Last month, the U.S. shot down a high-altitude Chinese balloon that had flown across the continental United States. The Pentagon says it was a surveillance aircraft. China says it was a research balloon blown off course. Cindy Sain, VOA News.
Tens of thousands of devotees gathered at a temple in India, northern Mathura city, to mark Huranga, where women tears men's clothes and beat them as part of the Hindu festival of colors, Holi. At the Dauji Maharaj temple, devotees drenched in color water mark the Kabda Fete, or tearing clothes, Holi, with folk music, dancing, and spraying of colors powder. The celebration attracts domestic and foreign tourists in large number.
The Voice of America.
That is it for MLINE Top 3 Updates this edition, powered by VOA Voice of America. Until then, my name is Mirzawardana.